Did you know that there are many different forms of chiropractic? I'm Dr. Laura Baxter, massage addict, here to chat with you about how there is not one size fits all. Did you know that there was different ways of doing chiropractic? So many people come to the office and think that there's just the one they've seen on YouTube, the one that makes the sound. And in another video, I've talked about what that sound is. So it's not one size fits all. It's patient preference. So you can find a chiropractor that performs and does the type of, it's called the technique of chiropractic, that is well suited to your condition. So maybe you have a condition that we cannot adjust with the hands. Maybe you're of the age, maybe you're a young person or a child or a geriatric with a certain bone condition where we have to have different tools in our toolbox. And that's what I say, being a chiropractor for 22 years, I do have a wide variety of techniques in my pocket that I can go to. So it's your comfort level as a patient, what you're comfortable with, but it's also the doctor's knowledge in the certain techniques. There's about 150 different techniques, so we can't be well versed in them all. Let's chat about the top 3 types of chiropractic. Under each type, there's different techniques. The first type is with the hands, so we call that manual. And you may or may not hear the sound. Again, another blog, I've gone over what that sound is and have it explained to you by the chiropractor. So that is where gentle manual force is put into the spine. It is not a hard force, it is a light force. And every technique of chiropractic works when their goal is to balance the nervous system function. So we talk about the brain, the back, which is the bones and the nerves, connect to the brain, brain communicates to the body. When the spine moves in a specific way, it is able to protect us, it is able to communicate, control, and correct, make small adjustments so we don't hurt ourselves. So our level of performance is high and our risk of injury is low. But there are many different ways of doing that. So the first is manual therapy, manual technique. With the hands, you may hear a sound. That is for the people who want that more hands-on approach. Second, overarching type of chiropractic is lighter force. So that's at the other end of the spectrum. And I have had many people say, that's it? Yes. It can be sustained hold, which just means we hold different areas. It can mean touching the top of the spine and touching the bottom of the spine. There's a technique in there called sacro-occipital, SOT. Sacro-occipital technique. So lighter force. There's energetic types of chiropractic. In these, you do not hear the sound, but again, they work just as well if their goal is balancing that nervous system function so the brain and body can communicate. We can protect ourselves for future movements. We can correct smaller movements so we don't hurt ourselves. Communicate and control within the nervous system to the brain. Third is instrument. Did you know that there's a multitude of different instruments that can adjust? I use the activator. That is a handheld device, and it is a high velocity, low force. So your chiropractor should show you what the sound is. Now the sound is not like the sound of the adjustment coming from the back. It's just the spring-loaded instrument. There are other instruments as well, but the activator is what I use, a lighter force technique. So we have manual, we have tonal, so lighter force, we have instrument. They all work. Now your job is to find a chiropractor within the Massage Addict Network that does a technique that you are comfortable with.